Today, Governor Mark Dayton moved up state inspections of all rail lines carrying crude oil through the Twin Cities.
The Democratic governor on Wednesday said the BNSF Railroad did not properly notify the state that it is transporting highly flammable crude oil from North Dakota through downtown Minneapolis while it rebuilds railroad tracks elsewhere. Pat Kessler is in downtown right now. So Pat, the state didn't know about this spike, this increase in the oil trains?
Yeah, that's right. A sudden spike in September. And a lot of people also don't know that downtown Minneapolis, a lot of these oil trains are coming through, including right here at Target Field. Underneath, trains are going through here a number of times a week. The substantial increase in oil trains coming from Wilmer to the Twin Cities has caught the state off guard.
11 to 23 oil trains a week are rolling through the heart of the Twin Cities, double the previous count, including under Target Field, through downtown Minneapolis, and past the University of Minnesota.
They own the tracks.
An irritated Governor Mark Dayton said 99,000 people live along and near the areas of the higher oil train traffic, which he said increases the chances of an oil train explosion.
And I'm not trying to scare people, but it's just a fact of life that they have occurred.
The railroad says it diverted oil trains through the Twin Cities while it temporarily repairs and replaces other parts of the railroad, defending what it said is a strong safety record. BNSF says it's conducting daily Twin Cities track inspections, placing additional trackside detectors to monitor rail car conditions and slower train speeds. But state officials are worried about a repeat of the oil train explosion 2 years ago near Fargo, but this time in the heavily populated Twin Cities. Dayton ordered immediate inspections of rail lines carrying the traffic and 63 grade crossings up and down the line.
And we'll do everything we can to assure Minnesotans that they continue to be safe.
Well, now, in the last several years, the state has beefed up a lot of its emergency response efforts, including establishing 4 emergency response centers around the state. But, Frank, BNSF and other railroads say they are also doing something. They are putting hundreds of millions of dollars into safety improvements of their own. But there are still a lot of people who are worried about this.
And, Pat, what have you been able to find out about how many trains run through Minnesota, not just Twin Cities, but, through all of Minnesota, these oil trains?
Yeah, there are a lot. A number of years ago, you'd have very few of these coming out of North Dakota, but now there are 2 railroads that are carrying up to 60 trains a week through the Twin Cities, and many of those trains have 100 cars filled with crude oil each. So 100-car trains, 60 of them a week. And around the Twin Cities and around Minnesota, the state officials now estimate that 455,000 people live within a half mile of those tracks. That's why they're paying very close attention.
Is this doing anything to bolster the talk about a pipeline?
As a matter of fact, yes, the pipeline could ease some of this, but most of the crude oil, and there's a lot of demand for that, will continue from North Dakota to Minnesota. So a pipeline might help, said Governor Dayton, but it certainly won't eliminate all of these trains.
All right, Pat, live in downtown. Thank you.